Welcome into Fantasy AI. Moving on. Alright, welcome back to the computer room. We're going to look at some early returns. Getting some returns back early on the first 2 weeks. How they doing? Let's take a look first at some high targeted wide receivers through the first 2 weeks. See, here's the team the targets. 21 the first week for Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp got injured though, so I'm not going to be seeing him for a little while. How about Malik Neighbors coming in second week? Had 18 targets that week. Wow. Going through some of the high targeted wide receivers early for his first 2 weeks. 18 targets week 2 for Amon St. Brown. 18 targets. JSN. He had 16 targets last week in week 2. And his teammate, Metcalf here, had 14 targets in week 2. Just throwing the heck out of the ball, Geno Smith. Next up was Tyreek Hill. Of course, week 1, 12 targets. And Likely was in the first week, had big news there with his 12 targets, 111 yards. They all did pretty good. How about Wan'Dale Robinson? Week 1, did you know he had 12 targets? Well, you probably didn't hear about it because he only had 44 yards. So, it's about the same here with Cortland Sutton week 1. Did you hear about that? No, because he had 38 yards. So not doing too good there. How about Devontae Adams week 2? Had his 12 targets, 110 yards, touchdown, Devontae Adams. That's week 2. I tell you what about New England here? This Hunter Henry's getting targeted an awful lot here. 12 targets, 109 yards that week 2. Just been a bright spot for New England there. And Zay Flowers, week 2, had 11 targets. See there? And, hey, Detroit here. Jameson Williams making some noise here, getting some targets early. So that's some highly targeted wide receivers early. All right, let's look at a little positive that's been going on. Alvin Kamara, Jordan Mason. You have these on your team. Some positives been going on. Alvin Kamara, look at those touchdowns right there. 5 touchdowns. Hey, he came in preseason for the year ranked 20th. Right now is delivering number 1 fantasy running back. Hey, Mason over here isn't doing too bad himself. What's he got? Fantasy average of 18 points a game? 247. Reason he's in the game is because he's filling in for Christian McCaffrey, who's got nothing. All right? That Achilles bringing him down, but wow, that's happening. Bringing Jordan Mason up, getting some. Hopefully, you backed up Christian McCaffrey with Jordan Mason if you took him. How about J.K. Dobbins and Devon A-Chain paying some early dividends to their investors, right? J.K. Dobbins, you gave a 39th pick for over here. J.K. Dobbins. 39th, look at that. Already 39 fantasy points, 38.5 for A-Chain. 3rd and 4th fantasy running back, right? 3rd and 4th in scoring right now for running backs. A-Chain, you put a little bit more investment in him with the 14th pick, but looking promising here if you guys got some bargains here like this. How about Ramondre Stevenson? James Cook, they're looking pretty good. James Cook's the 5th in scoring right now with that 18 points a game. 16 for Ramondre. Some really good dividends we're looking here. How about Ramondre? Came in 23rd ranked for the season. And you get 8th ranked, or 8th right now ranked running back production out of him. James Cook 5th. You know, Buffalo's doing pretty good through 2 games. A lot of it going through James Cook. You know, James Cook here's got, look at that, 18.9 average, 149, got the reception, 49, touchdown, 3 touchdowns total. Just looking good there. Charbonnet getting good value out of him. 47th ranked. Got 22 production out of him. Connor, of course, high on him coming in. Look at this. He was ranked 22nd, coming in getting 7th, and that's just a very good production. 17. He did good last year. Hopefully you got him. And, we're worried about this Benson here coming in here a little bit, but James Conner, some solid games. Arizona's looking good. You're wondering how good Arizona's going to be. They're going to be pretty good. How about Montgomery? You're getting good value there. You 12th. He came in 17th ranked, 12th. But you're getting some. Getting less production down here towards the bottom. Tony Pollard, talked about him. Came in, he's 14th running back right now, but hey, 21st. And Ford and Singletary. Now, Ford, we knew we were going to get some early use out of him. Only 10 a game for these guys down here. But hey, still some production if you need to go to him at running back. Like Jerome Ford although with Jerome Ford, we got some Devontae Foreman coming on. Made a little noise last week. And they got this nice, easy week this week. But it's going to be Ford or Devontae Foreman. Or they're probably going to end up splitting the carries there. Another sharing situation going there. Allen, Braylon Allen, 56th rank coming in. 25th right now. Has gotten some points there. Big game. They got those 2 touchdowns that same game. Touchdowns help score, get you on the board here. Aaron Jones, we look at that here. We look at touch counts. But Barkley down here, yeah, Barkley's doing good. Hey, yeah, no, but this is he came in ranked 5th. So I mean, he is a little bargain. He's getting 2nd and paid to 5th, but 2 good games. I mean, look at that. 22-point average. I mean, it's early, and things will tend to come down and back and forth. How about Zach Moss there? He's 29th ranked running back. Came in ranked 29th. So he's about right on. Although he's been getting most of the action there. 8.4 game. But this Chase Brown hasn't been getting anything. Well, I guess Zach Moss the guy to own if you're going to own one. But hey, there's a look. Let's take a look at some of the not so good ones here next. So if you got people overachieving, you have to have people underachieving so they can have their spots. Some underachievers here. Top of the list is Zamir White and Rashad White. Zamir White averaging 4.2 in the first 2 weeks. Rashad White 6.4. Zamir White came in ranked 18th, performing at 46th. Rashad White here 15th, performing at 34th. Needless to say, their owners aren't happy. How about Robinson and Javonte Williams? Robinson, even though he is the 21st, and you're getting 11 points a game here out of him, he did come in ranked 3rd. So a lot of invested in him, not getting quite back what. And Javonte Williams, even though he came in ranked 24th towards the end there, really was picking up steam there towards the end. And preseason ranking, and wow, he's here 4.4. Disappointing. How about Kyrene Williams and Kenneth Walker? Kyrene Williams, 11 points a game, 16 points for Walker, but now that he's out for that last game, his fantasy finish is now 28th. So that's to be explained, but how about this Rams? Kyrene Williams here. That's 11 points a game. I mean, just a little bit more invested in him than getting 11 points a game. So he's down a little bit. How about Jonathan Taylor and Jalen Warren coming up next? And got Jonathan Taylor 17th in scoring right now. So he had, hey, that's 12 points a game, but a lot invested in him there at the number 4 ranking. So not getting the return quite expected. Warren here, fantasy finishes right now 47th. Came in ranked 34th, so not terrible. Gibbs here, right now he's 18th running back. Came in 6th. Feeling the heat there a little bit. Swift there, here at 39. And you got 27. So these are some of the underperformers we have here. How about ETN? 10 spots under. Currently finished 20th ranked in running back. 20th ranked running back scoring. But hey, came in 10 or 9th ranked. So Harris, I guess he's underperforming here a little bit too. You know, you got him, Gus Edwards. Got us Edwards here a little bit. And Brian Robinson Jr. I think he's doing great. Why is he on the list? Came in ranked 18th. Right now he's 11th. I like what he's doing there. So Isaiah Pacheco, you know, hey, 8th. They're not so good. Brees Hall. I mean, yeah, you can nitpick here. I like 16 points a game. And this is before the 3rd game. I didn't want to put it in here to skew the results. But, hey, through the 2 games, 9th. But he came in ranked 2nd, so I guess that's down a little bit. And Josh Jacobs and Derrick Henry, you know, you're just not getting quite back what you know, 11th here and got 15th finish. So it's a little bit down on them too right there. But, hey, that's the bit of once we're down. So let's take a look at those carries. Like I always say, hey, if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. If you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe. Even if you don't like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. What the heck? Let's look here at how some teams' rushing attempts have been breaking down. Here's Dallas. We got Ezekiel Elliott, Dowdell, sharing carries here. About 10's most one of them got in one game. Zeke, 8, 7, 6. Got a lot of sharing going on and not a lot of production. Got a touchdown out of Zeke, though, that first game. But a lot of sharing going on there in Dallas with that high-powered offense. How about here in Bears? Well, worried about all 3 of them. Roshan Johnson, no-show. No-show Johnson. How about Herbert? And what do you get? Got 2 attempts each day or each week. Look at Swift here, 14 and 10, getting the majority. Not a lot of rushing, but not a lot of production either. But hey, Swift, so far, Swift's been getting all the action there in Chicago. Moving on, what about Philadelphia? Well, look at him over here. Look at Barkley's been getting it all, 24 and 22 attempts. Hurts getting his 13 thing, and Gainwell's nothing there in Philadelphia. So Barkley's been stealing the show so far there, as expected, you know. So moving on, what about here in the Chargers? All right, big news here. Gus Edwards, 18, 11 carries to Dobbins, 17 and 10. But who's done the most with it? Well, you know, J.K. Dobbins here. Look at that, 130, 135, touchdown in each. Just been a big story for them in the Chargers. Whew. And what about here in Miami? A-Chain's been the story here. 22 carries, 10 carries, attempts. You know, no one ever, Mostert here had 9. I mean, just no one else. A-Chain's been the story so far there in Miami on attempts. Let's look at here in Baltimore. Derrick Henry, 18 one week, 13 another. Lamar Jackson, 16. But the story here is Hill. Not very many carries. We didn't expect him to get many carries, but he's been getting the receptions there. And they've been falling behind unexpectedly. Moving on to the next one. How about Denver? How's that shaking out there? Sharing there in Denver with not a lot of offense to go around. Javonte Williams, 11 attempts, 1 game, 8 the next. You can't live off of that. McLaughlin got here in 10 that first game. Then he's down to 3 rushing attempts the next game. Just not enough rushing attempts. not enough yards, not enough offense there in Denver. You'd hate to have to play one of them. It's getting to. All right, what about Minnesota? What kind of sharing do we got going on there? We got Aaron Jones, 14 attempts 1 week and 9 another. And Ty Chandler, you can see here, 10 and 8. A lot of sharing there, but a little more offense going on there. Both had shine 1 week there, and not so much the other week. Taking turns. There in Minnesota. About over here in Detroit, we got some. Well, Sharon was expected. We figured with a good offense. Well, Montgomery got 17 carries one time and 11 the other. Got his touchdown in each game. And Gibbs has got 13 carries and 11. So pretty balanced there, like as expected. And he got his one touchdown. So they're both feeding there, getting their some good offense there in Detroit, even though they haven't been winning as much as they like. How about in Atlanta? Supposed to get Robinson the ball. He's got 18 and 14 attempts so far. So those were Algiers 9 and 3. So they've been trying to get him the rock this year. Hey, see how that's been breaking down. How about here in Pittsburgh? We were wondering about the sharing going on there. Well, Najee, 20 attempts, 17 attempts in the 2 weeks. Got Warren down in. Now, he'd been maybe hurt a little bit, but 9 and 2. So Patterson, couple getting a few in there. Justin Fields rushed 14 times and 8 one other time. But you're taking a look there just at some of the running backs. We'll get one more here. Tennessee. Sharon going on there with Tony Pollard. Been dominating the time there. Getting some good yardage here. Got a touchdown. This was on top of these two receiving yards. These are rushing attempts. But Tajay Spear, not as much noise here. Got 6 carries and 4 carries to 17 and 16. Pretty well Pollard there carrying the show there in Tennessee. Can he get that offense going? Where I'm kind of standing on my teams, of course, I took Christian McCaffrey in one league. Got some Jacksonville investment here. ETN, Jaden Daniels been doing all right. I'm waiting for Evans here a little bit, but I did have McCaffrey exposure, but I did have Mason, so that's been carrying me. Shaheed here has been a good surprise for me. I have Brock Bowers. It's a tight end league, so I've been doing him. So hit or miss here, but I did have Mason here. And the funny thing about it is, in my other league, I didn't have. I got some Montgomery going. Nothing great going here. Josh Allen, of course. I put my money in my quarterbacks, but I did get lucky enough to have Jordan Mason. Even though I didn't have McCaffrey in this league, you can see in this league, I could take I did really good on the last half of the draft where I take running back long shots and like this Braylon Allen looks maybe good. Took Jordan Mason and had Worthy here that's been doing pretty good. Zay Flowers, Singletary here. I've been using Ford here, but anyway, that's kind of look where I've been doing on my team. So